Here with Tyree York. Many of you will remember from the big 2017 year. Tyree, how many different sports did you play?
I played 2 different sports, baseball and then football, but also did a little bit of track as well.
Thought it was more than 2, brother. Because you were fast on that sideline. Let's talk. What were some of your memories from your football day that really stand out? I remember some pretty long touchdown runs.
Yeah, probably when we played McAllister was a big game. They were also a really good team at that point. We went to double overtime with them. So really, I think that game-clinching touchdown when we tied the game to go into overtime was one of the best ones. That was one of my best performances, and it was a great game, with my teammates and being able to enjoy that win with them. Well, we lost, but it felt like a win to us almost,
I understand that. I really do. As we talk about Shawnee and days back in Shawnee, what about memories in the hallways? What about teachers or some stood out to you while going to school through the Shawnee public school system?
It was an awesome experience. Had many teachers that actually Coach Branson, Sarah Branson was one of my algebra teachers, and she was awesome. She eventually, honestly, led me back to being able to do a track clinic here at Shawnee. So for her to be my teacher and reach out when she was the head coach was an awesome thing. I've also kept a little bit of connection with Mrs. Rutherford. She's been awesome. But it was an awesome environment to grow up in, and to come back and still see some familiar faces. It's been awesome.
Yeah, and of course, Sarah Branson, head track coach for a while, did heavily into cross country. She was in the military as well before coming to Shawnee, and now moving out from Shawnee. Now you're a few years removed. You've got your own gigs going as well. It's something we're very proud of, starting your own business. Talk a little bit about that, Tyree.
So I began my business, Top Tier Quickness. It's a speed performance business. Started that in 2019, so I've had it for 6 years. First started in Shawnee. I relocated to Prague because I got a coaching opportunity there. But I'm looking to be in the process of relocating back to Shawnee, and I'm very excited to see some of the kids that I also saw back then when they were about 4th, 5th grade, and now they're grown in high school. So I know it's a huge thing, and I'm very excited to be able to carry that on.
Well, to be able to carry your own business for 5-6 years, that's an accomplishment within itself. But as you come back to Shawnee, how do you want to improve your business? Where do you see you going over the next few years? What really transfers to those kids? Where's your heart, and what do you really see happening over the next number of years?
Really giving them a source to really call home when it comes to wanting to go to the next level, whether it's collegiately or whatever it may be. To be that guidance, either the source for the next level college recruiting and things of that sort, but to be that back home for the kids or even the parents that don't really know about what it takes to be that level of athlete. One of my very good friends growing up, Creed Humphrey, is a prime example. He's doing the absolute most, and I'm so proud of him to get to that point, and he's a prime example of what Shawnee is. So I just want to be able to put other kids that are following on that same platform.
Yeah, Creed, just for many, his accolades, just mentioned again as All-Pro. He's been rated the top center in the league for a couple of years now, maybe on his way to a 3rd successive Super Bowl. But also something about Creed was he was highly motivated in the classroom. He was, when he hit OU, he was called one of the smartest centers that one of the top lineman coaches in collegiate football had ever coached before. And so having those kind of roots in Shawnee, Tyree, do you think that helps you now as an adult?
Without a doubt. For us to grow up the way we did and know that motivation factor that it took to go to the next level, it's something I want to impede on going back, coming back here and motivating other kids that they can follow that same path that we followed as well. Like I said, Creed's the perfect example, and I want to be able to introduce that to the next generation.
Well, you're a great example of it as well. We're all proud of you, and we're happy to have you back in town, Tyree. Thank you very much for coming down and talking to us.